here is the second part of the two-issue video I wanted to say. Here is issue Captain Marvel Adventures, issue 85, written by Otto Bender, cover and art by C.C. Beck. This is the Freedom Train story issue. And of course it has appearances by Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, John Hancock, Alexander Hamilton, and Thomas Jefferson. And I believe there's a string of issues that transition. I'm not sure if it's with, it might be with Fawcett only, but I believe there is a bunch of issues that the Freedom Train is featured in. I believe it was like a thing at this particular time. So whether it's between Spy Smasher, Wiz, so if somebody has any insight on that, drop a note in the comments. That would be very insightful. Of course, I can Google it, just the same as anybody else could, but for anybody who just happens to randomly watch this video and they learn about this on the spot, they can now go to the comments and find out a little bit more about these Spirit of 1776 issues. Or, train issues, should I say. I apologize. And of course, I believe this, the Freedom Train is a real train, and it made a tour across the United States about this time. So, I believe that is why it was featured in a bunch of comics, is to help promote. So, but this was the second book I picked up in an auction months back. Absolutely beautiful issue. As I mentioned in the other issue before, it's got some white staining, but no trim, nothing whatsoever. Staples not rusted whatsoever. Oh, I apologize. What I assumed was a notch there is actually a hole punch. It seems to be all the way through. So, the attention to detail that is always warranted when collecting. But for the price I won both of these, I'd say I hit it about right on the nail on the head for these books, because other than that, this book's in great shape. So, I would say it would easily warrant a 3, a 3, possibly maybe 3.5. Minus, because the book is complete and in amazing shape. But this is, of course, will be a little bit shorter video, but Captain Marvel Adventures 85, June 1948. Look at that artwork. Just absolutely beautiful. Simplistic, but yet has enough detail to give it that realism. I am just absolutely tickled pink by Golden Age covers. I would love to see make some kind of a return and stuff in the comics, but hey, that'll never happen. Generations come and they go with the generations that give birth to them. So this came from a different generation. We'll never see it again. But we'll always be able to appreciate it, and for those of us who collect and preserve it. So for those who do collect these Captain Marvel Adventures and other books, as we are but caretakers for these books until the next owner comes along, treat these books right, y'all. Don't trim them, as you saw with my previous video that you saw someone did with the tops. Obviously things like this, these are nothing you can really scrutinize, because this was probably done by a young kid, probably in the 40s, heck, probably maybe even later, when they were collecting this book. And value wasn't really thought in people's minds back in the day in regards to comics. So this was probably stuck in a binder at one time and treasured by a young kid at one time. So it's amazing it's in this good a shape if that was the case. Otherwise, it's anybody's guess as to why that damage there. But a lot of times that's what you do see is you'll see hole punches from where people have literally punched holes out in the entire book. Or you'll just see the small holes from where you can tell they literally just drove the book straight through a binder and kept it there. So that's why a lot of these books are so cherished, because to survive, 80 years, now 80 plus years, what we're hitting, it's just amazing. And plus being paper and such, poor quality paper than you would have today, just shows, gotta love these books. Gotta appreciate them for what they are. But here's another video for you. Hope y'all enjoy. Lone Wolf and Comics out. Have a good day, y'all.